Think about someone who goes quiet when the room gets loud. They sit there, hands still, face calm, while everyone else fills every gap. People call it shyness, coldness, arrogance. Maybe. But sometimes the quiet person is not empty. They are sorting through tone, timing, and tiny contradictions. The words someone said and the expression that gave them away. Silence gives their thoughts room to finish. You see it in ordinary rooms, a dinner table, a classroom, a meeting where people answer before the question is even finished. The quiet person waits, and that waiting gets judged quickly. Most rooms reward speed. The first voice sounds confident. The pause looks uncertain. People believe that lie because it is easy to measure. But sometimes the pause is the work. Cognitive load means the mind can only hold so much at once. So when someone is tracking tone, facial expressions, timing, what was said and what was left unsaid, silence may not mean they missed the moment. They may be taking in more of it. From the outside, it can look like distance. On the inside, it may feel like holding a full cup while everyone keeps bumping the table. In a meeting, this is the person who barely says anything. Someone assumes they have no ideas. Then they point out the flaw everyone else rushed past. Quiet does not mean empty. Sometimes the mind is sorting. And once you see that, a harder question appears. Why would silence start to feel safer than speaking? A person like this may sit with a notebook open and stay quiet for a long time. Not because their mind is blank, because the thought hasn't fully landed yet. That can seem strange in environments that reward quick answers and people who sound certain before they finish thinking. We tend to overvalue that. Fast isn't always smart. Sometimes it's just loud. Working memory allows us to hold information while we process it. In real life, someone can hear your words, remember what happened, read your tone, and decide what's better left unsaid, all at the same time. So the pause isn't always fear. Sometimes it's a crowded room inside the mind. Over time, a thoughtful person learns a rule. If I speak too quickly, I may flatten the thought. If I wait, I may understand it. That can make them more precise, more patient, and harder to pull into the first emotional version of a situation. But the conversation moves on. Someone says, "You're so quiet," as if being quiet is a problem that needs fixing. Silence became the place where the thought could finally finish. Not every quiet, intelligent person is quiet in the same way. Some are quiet processors. They need time because the thought has too many moving pieces at once. They are not trying to be difficult. They are refusing to give a cheap answer to something that deserves care. Some are pattern seekers. Before they speak, their mind is asking unusual questions. Why did that tone change? Why did that idea feel unfinished? Why does this detail connect to something bigger? What looks like overthinking may actually be pattern recognition. Then there are careful observers. They watch because the room gives information. A face tightens. A joke lands badly. Someone says they are fine, but the table goes quiet. That is social cognition in ordinary life. Reading people, context, and meaning all at once. Some minds don't just hear the conversation, they study the room around it. That gets punished in places that reward performance. School rewards the first hand up. Work rewards the confident voice. So the quiet person can look like they are falling behind. Not because they are slower, but because they are not willing to trade accuracy for speed. Watching first can prevent shallow answers. But if someone is always observing, people may never meet the part of them that is ready to speak. Quiet is not absence. So the quiet person sitting in the chair is not automatically detached. They may be the one still thinking before the room gets a performance. The loose thread, the shift in someone's face, the part of a question everyone answered too quickly. But the cost is real. If intelligence stays private for too long, people may only see the silence, not the care, not the precision, not the effort it takes to turn a room full of thoughts into one sentence. Being quiet is not the same as being absent. Silence can protect the mind. It can also hide the person. Write one quiet habit people misunderstand about you.